My name is Nat. I'm practice architecture. I start working with community after 1 year. I'm work in the office. Now it's already 17 years. People always ask me why I'm working with the community or with the poor people. When I was working as an architect in the office, I always watch the news, and they always have a news that the poor people, they are drug dealers, they are prostitutes, they are lazy people, and they occupy the government land. But you know, we are not rich architects. We have to take a bus pass through the many squatters, and I'm quite impressed about what they are doing, like recycle the material. Actually, they create their house and infrastructure by themselves, because in Thailand, housing authority provide less than 5% for people. That's why the people have to create their own home. And the first reason that I'm start to work with the community, because I'm getting boring of my work in the office, that we keep design the richer house. For me, it's not fun at all after you complete the second house. So I'm looking for something more challenging. So I found that it have a small group of architects, 17 years back. They start working with urban poor community. So I spend weekend as a volunteer, join them, and I have chance to visit and work with the urban poor community. So this is like, you know, like a community. They have drug dealers, but not many. Not everyone has drug dealers. And I realized that I don't know anything at all about my own society, why they have to come to live in Bangkok. And I have learned a new thing, that poor people, they have very innovative. They have a movement of saving money to help each other. We call a saving group. It started 30 years ago. It's a big movement all over Thailand. Because the poor, they cannot access the bank because they don't have land, they don't have a ID card, sometimes they don't have a house number. That's why they cannot get loan. So they help each other by collect money, create like a community bank by itself. Housing authority, they have only one solution: build an ugly apartment building and force the people to live here. You know, from 1950 to 2000, they keep building these, and it's far away from the city center. Most of the poor people, they got that and they sell it because it's very far, and they go back to create a new squatter in the city. So it's not a solution for every poor people. And you can feel the feeling from the previous photo, it lost the sense of people can gathering and share. The second reason that made me make decision to leave my company and work full time with community, because of at that time it have a lot of news that they burn the urban poor communities just for evict them. Maybe a few months use high-rise construction, it happened. I think the ideal is how can politicians, people and planner work together. But at that time, it seemed like politicians and planner are work together and we distance the people. This is 17 years ago, my first project is in Bangkok, one of the biggest squatters. The community is under the expressway, so you cannot use a Google Map to do a mapping. It have 250 houses live for 30 years under the expressway, and the government want to evict them. And we have only 6 months to show the solution to the government, and the people seem very new to each other because of they migrate from many different regions. The first principle of community architect, maybe you don't have to know everything, just go there. We start to visit many houses, and we found a very brave 5 houses have an idea to show the government that they want to improve their way of living. They want to propose to stay for at least 10 years to collect money so they can find a better place to move out, not evict them right now. So our team spend every evening after they finish their work to have a small workshop to discuss with them how to improve their house, the low budget, because we don't have budget. We have a budget for material, but they have to build it by themselves. And most of them are construction workers, so they know how to build. So we start to do a mapping with them. They have an idea to adjust the facade and create some green area. And they want to build one public toilet because they don't have toilet. And I have learned that the people not understand what is plan, what is section, what is elevation, what is space. So it is a big learning for me how to be normal, how to be humble, how to be real to them. At the beginning, I really protect my drawing. Okay, everyone draw it in the way that you can understand it. At the end, the people just keep drawing. They want to plant this thing. They want to remove the window to displace whatever. So let them do it. I realized that to make a model, it's easier for them to understand and visualize. And we let them choose the color. Somehow they repaint it again and again because they have to match with other neighbor. This side is a river, another side is a street, so they don't have any public space for their children. So they want to create a small terrace that can connect to each other. And this common toilet here for these 5 houses. And we have a strategy to find 5 house or 10 house that live together because it can show and have an impact to the government and to another 200 and more houses to see that you can do this, to prove that you want to improve yourself. You know, as an architect, we always observe how people living and what is the plant that can grow in that dirty. It's not only listen to the people yourself, you have to listen to the environment, the nature, observe it and combine it together. I observe the people, they love tree and they use like a bot always record it and share to them how about this, how about that. So it's like we co-create this space together. They are the very poor people. They have less than $6 a day. They work hard for the whole day. So to force them to buy material or buy color is not possible. And we can find funding around $500 for 5 houses. That can be only material. And we let them plan how can we make it according to the dream. I like one idea. They said, oh, we have the wood, so we can just pull it down and rearrange it. We spent 3 months on design, discussion, calculation, looking for the material. And because most of them are construction workers, so they know how to do it. And because they have to work every day actually, they spend half day of weekend in the afternoon till at the night time together to build it. So 4 days they complete it. For me, it's a big learning. The meaning of home is different. This house, they have one chicken that they want to keep it because this chicken that can keep 1 egg a day for this boy. So they want to rearrange the kitchen case as part of their home. Architects like us, how can we sensitive enough for people to design and adjust the dream for themselves that they can carry on their own future? That is, I feel it's really important, and we can just assist them in the process to let them do it better. And then we have a meeting with the landowner and with the government. They're quite surprised that the poor can do that very fast and very cheap. They not allow people to stay for 10 years, but they see if the whole community can upgrade like that, they may rethink about eviction. That encourage a lot of community under that expressway to join together, and we start to plan for the 200 houses. This is the process that we discuss with another group to carry on that upgrading. It starts from 5 houses to 200 houses. So after I learned that first project, it encouraged me, and it's also a question. What is the best way to help people? What is the best way to encourage people to be more free, to build their own future together? That is the big question, and I'm searching for that. And it's make me a long journey. We start a CAN network in 2010. Life is about the process. You cannot predict what will come to your life tomorrow or the next day. But you can see your own direction, but nothing can promise you that it will be like that. It's not philosophy, but maybe I have learned a lot from the poor people that they don't have much money. They have to decide the money that they have today and tomorrow. How can we focus on the process, open a space for people to make their own decisions, understand themselves more and more. For example, this is the process. We always starting by mapping for the whole city or the whole district to know where is the urban poor community. This is the way to connect different communities together as a network, because some of them that live next to each other, they may know, but they may not know another, and they may not know what is important to them. Sometimes the urban poor people is suffering because the government just removed the whole market that maybe 10,000 people work there. So we have to understand what is the like a system to train them how to make a map of the community so they know about their own community, what is good, what is bad, what need to improve, how much, how long, this is very basic thing. So another principle is to let them understand themselves by doing a mapping, and when they do it by themselves, they know how to do it again, or they know how to train other communities to do. This is the way they translate the measurement into a scale map, and they can survey who don't have a water supply or toilet or whatever, so they know about themselves. So to know about themselves, they can plan what the future they want to have, and to do this together is like create a relationship to each other. And don't forget that everyone can dream. When we do a mapping, they understand themselves. We ask them, please dream about your community, dream about your house. For example, this is Bangladesh, we work, so the people, they have dream to live with their own neighbor, they have a common space to share. And this in the southern part of Thailand, they dream that they may have a small pocket open space, so when their children play here, the mother can see. They don't want only one big open space, because if their children play here, they cannot see. Form a dream can make it more visualization, so the people are see it better. So we organize a workshop how to make a model house. This is a scale model house, and they do it by themselves. They are architects now. From the beginning of survey to this stage, it can take only 1 month. And then we always organize this kind of housing workshop. Within three days we can do it if the community really is strong. Participatory or co-creation process is like a research that you work with people. And then you have to cook it as an architect. You have to do more research and refine the information into a final design. We build a pilot cluster from that project to show how can use the local material and make it a low cost for people. In Thailand, because of we have an organization called CODI support this kind of process for professional and give funding to the community. So we can implement like 100,000 houses from the last 10 years. It's a huge program. This is a part of community architect training. We use a real project to bring together the community architect in Asia to work together and share the knowledge. Last year workshop, we did it in Thailand. It's called Chumsang, 4 hours from Bangkok. Because CODI have a new program to let the small scale city design their own city. We take this challenge to work with the city people. How can we create the city planning together? After the workshop, they set up a committee to carry on this planning. Many projects that people can do by themselves. The important thing that we have learned is how you can create a local platform where they can hold development within their own city and keep this direction forward. And recently, a few months ago, one group of community architects in Thailand carry on to do a planning and pilot project. One of the pilot projects, they have an empty owned market. People want to do something with this for tourism and economy, and maybe the museum or the hostel. The group of community architects start to organize the workshop.